Hi, I'm Maverick and welcome to my new build design video. In this version I'm going to be showing you a slightly different approach to the bunker setup and also a workaround for the vending machines. Now we'll just get ourselves sealed in here in our little start base, and once we've done that we can put some boxes down here, so we're going to need some shelves. Now with these top two boxes on the shelf on this side, you just want to pull these boxes as close to the front edge of the shelf as you possibly can. It's just to make space for us to put a drop box on that wall at the back there. We can then get our single doorway in here on the TC just for a bit of extra protection. Keep this foundation twig because that's going to be used for our collapsible roof bunker, and then we come to our raised foundations here. Now it's always a good idea to face the base going up a hill. One, it makes it easier to get in and out of the door. Two, the raised floor sections look less obvious. And three, it's hard for raiders to take out that auto turret that faces out through the front door, because in order for them to get out of range of the auto turret they end up going up the hill, and then they can't see the turret to shoot it out with rockets. Now this is where our shop fronts would go, but until we got some frags, these double wooden doors are just going to have to do. Now that does work out quite well in some respects, in that if there's three of you in the base, you can each have a solo lock on one of those doors, so everyone can get into the airlock. Now the chances are that when you're doing this roof honeycomb, you're not going to have any frags still, so what I suggest is doing it in stone and doing every single joint. It shouldn't be long before we get enough resources together to get some garage doors down here in the centre and enough frags to start upgrading everything that you can see inside the base. Remember to armour this wall early on, because you're not going to be able to access it once you've got your honeycomb on and you can't reach it from inside. Now, fitting this small box in is only going to work if your TC is right up against the back wall there, and as you can see, it will just slide in if you stood at the end of the door. Now, this technique works with both a armoured door and a sheet metal door for laying a vending machine, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to bring the vending machine out so it's just touching that little lock on the door there, and make sure that it's kept parallel with the door frame by lining it up with the grid pattern on the foundation. And you can see here that when the vending machine is rotated, you have access to the TC and the small storage box down at the bottom. Now, this is a really simple and easy bunker design. Simply put in your roof on there, and then you can demolish that and the roof will disappear as well. Now, I know these kind of loot rooms aren't ideal because if they get TC they can simply lift the glass off with a hammer, but what I like about it is it saves on armoured, because that wall just behind would have to be armoured, but it doesn't have to be, because in order to get into the main section of the bunker you have to go through another wall here. You either have to destroy that wall or destroy the shelf to get through the window. Now, this last bit of honeycomb can be left open for a little bit until you've got a large or a medium battery, and then once you've got that you can place it down in here. Now, because our battery's sealed in, we would no longer have access to that power point if our solar panels are destroyed. So we're going to put our last power connection safely inside of the base, so that we can always reconnect to that rather than to the battery. Right, now we're going to put down our tier 3 right in front of the vending machine, and we want to push it right into that corner and as far back as it'll go. This will then give us the space to put in a small box and a locker. And this auto turret wants to be placed smack bang in the centre of that floor section, right on the cross in the middle. Now, I like to use these as just quick depot boxes. Sometimes you're going to have the bunker sealed up and it's not going to be convenient to keep going in and out, spawning in, opening the bunker. So sometimes if you do a little farm run, you can just quick depot in here and then go back out and carry on doing what you're doing. Now that switch is our main power in connection, so we're going to go from that to this splitter, and then from this splitter we're going to go to this switch which will power our lights, turn them on and off, and also the other two connections are going to be used for the auto turrets. Now the trouble with bunkers is it doesn't give you much in the way of raid defense. So what I've tried to do here is to give at least one player a chance to help counter a raid, where you put your gear set up there, and don't forget to put a hammer in there as well to take off the window, and a bag. And the idea is that when they breach and they're inside the base, you can spawn in there, silently go out through the window, and hopefully come in behind them when they're in the base and mow them down. Now we lay this concrete barricade right down in the centre of this square, and this is part of our anti-door camper setup. Now in case it all goes wrong dealing with the door campers, you want to be able to have a safe spawn behind the door there so you can close it up again. That way you can retrieve your gear set, which they can't get to because they can't fit through the gap that's in the two double doors that are open. Make sure you armour this raised foundation because after all the soft side is exposed on the top of it. I like to put a drop box up here. It's mostly for just putting deployables in like research table, repair bench and crafting table. The idea is you pick them up, you lay them down here in the largest open area. When you finish them, pick them up, put them back in the box. Dealing with door campers, you can stand in this position here where you can open and close the door, and if you do die they can't loot your body because they can't fit through. And if it's getting really problematic, you can open up the auto turret door and open up this door, look out the window and watch them all get mowed down. Now placing this bit here is up to you. I like to cover over the fact that it's a raised armoured foundation there to try and hide the fact that it's a bunker. And there it is, all finished. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and a subscribe if you did.